brakes. Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track. Comes the chicane. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
This is Solo P1. Welcome to F1 Flaming Tarmac, episode 65. This is a podcast that we do every Friday. We don't just do it on YouTube, we do it on the iTunes as well. So if you've got iTunes, we've got Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, any podcast that you listen to, any platform, we're on there. Just go on there, look up for Keep It Sports, Flaming Tarmac. So, all your audio listeners out there, can you please recommend this to all your friends and family and whoever? So, I'm going to bring in my Coke. He's my partner in crime. He is TOTO! Big up, TOTO.
Big up, man.
Sorry about the mic, guys. He's having problems with his microphone today. A lot of hissing in the background. That's because he's using his camera as a microphone. Because his other microphone's having technical difficulties. But the next time we will sort that out. We'll sort it out. So today, F1 Flaming Tarmac, this is for the iTunes and Amazon for all you guys. We're going to be talking about the Lawson and Tsunoda situation regarding the swap. I think I said on the review last week on the Chinese Grand Prix, I said that I can't see Lawson really lasting until the summer break, but it's come a lot quicker than I thought. I think Red Bull's decided to swap those two drivers, Lawson for Tsunoda. What's your opinion on this, Toto Hammer?
I think it's the right decision. In my opinion, I think Liam Lawson weren't ready because I think they're coming straight from F2, having no really experience in Formula One before. Of course, he's had experience in that high level racing, that high level intensity, battling for the championship and all that. But F2 is completely different from Formula One, and that's just common sense. And I think Red Bull making that decision, making it early, is the best thing, because if you look at his first two races, we all know they decide the car for Max. They decide the car for Max to build the car around him. This is why when drivers go there, their careers are usually ruined. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it, Perez, when his first time was at Red Bull, was actually doing quite well and was actually getting it into Q3. Mm. And Liam Lawson can't even beat a Sauber or something. He's getting 18th.
Yeah, he was struggling a bit in the races.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he was struggling. Yeah, I agree. He was struggling.
That was the right decision because when he went in there, he weren't ready.
Yeah, he was struggling in the last couple of races during practice sessions in China. He was just struggling a lot. But you know what I mean? It makes you think, you might remember the rookies from a few years ago when you had Russell coming through and Lando Norris coming through. Those rookies seem like a lot better than these rookies coming through. I think Antonelli, out of all the rookies, I think Antonelli's got something about him. That other guy, I forgot his name now. For the in the other one, I forgot his name. He's a decent driver as well. But yeah, man, regarding this situation, regarding Lawson and Tsunoda, it was inevitable it was going to happen. Like I said, I never thought it was going to come so quick, but it did. What can you say? It's a no-brainer. I think that's how they should have started this season, because last season, Lawson drove the RB for about one or two races last season, and he was good in it. He was good. So I don't know why Tsunoda didn't get picked originally. I mean, I thought he should have got. What was your thought? Do you think he should have got?
Even Red Bull made a statement saying that it was a complete mistake and it was the wrong initial choice. I think Helmut Marko said that, So Marko accepted that it was the case, that it was the wrong initial decision, which I completely agree with, because fresh start in his Formula One career, going straight into the Red Bull, getting 18th for his first race. 20th in qualifying and 20th in the race. Yeah, it just wasn't good enough. You weren't even getting it into Q2.
No,
that is just simply not good enough. So, luckily enough, Red Bull has two teams in it. They have the Red Bulls and the Racing Bulls. And
Yeah.
like I agree with you. So like, I'm surprised that Tsunoda went there. He's proven he's beating his teammate year in
Yeah.
year out. And Tsunoda is a good, he's a decent
He beat
driver.
Daniel Ricciardo last season, didn't he? He had the best of Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, and
Oh.
you can see when Liam Lawson went there, he's got no confidence. And the more and more of this news has been spouting on and carrying on, it's not been good for him. It's made it even worse. So going to a low team with low expectations, you know what Red Bull's
Less
like.
pressure. I know. I know. I agree. Look, there's always pressure in Formula One. Well, I haven't driven a Formula One car, but being in go karts, you can be in a good team, you can be in a horrible team. If you come into a team, if you come into an organization, maybe at work as well, you come into a new job. You want some people like starting from the bottom and working their way up. Some people like jumping straight into the management role where there's more pressure. Some people like to take their time and get there slowly. I think they threw him to the walls, in my opinion. He should have went straight into the RB. It was a no-brainer. Everybody could see it. And even after the first race, you could see he was struggling, not just with the speed of the car, but with the handling of the car. He was getting times that he should have got a lot better. He was going out in Q1, which you not in a Red Bull. You don't do that in a Red Bull. I know the car's made for Max. We know this. And Max Verstappen likes a good front end on the car where it's just really on the edge. That's the driving style he likes. This is why Checo struggled with the car. They won't change it. Other teams would change it for other drivers, but with Red Bull, they're not going to change it. They're doing everything for Max. So Lawson, the positive coming out of this situation is that he's not getting fired. At least he's still got a drive, and he can prove himself. Put him in the RB.
Red Bull want him to rebuild his career, and he's got a right to. He's only had 3 races in Formula One. What's the point of just going out of Formula One and what you ain't got to drive? That's a bit out of order, in my opinion, if he did that. But it's good that they're doing a little swap around with Tsunoda and getting a more experienced driver in Red Bull and a more rookie driver who will be alongside. Who raced for RBs here?
It's Yuki Tsunoda. I forgot who. There's 2 rookies, aren't they? Sure, they got 2 rookies in that team. Yeah, something like that.
No, Jack Doohan races for Alpine.
I forgot who it was. I'm more like I don't really concentrate much on them, but it's RB. Red Bull F1 team. I think there's 2 rookies in there.
Yeah, there's a rookie there.
His name's Isaac Hajar. He's a good driver, in my opinion. I think Isaac Hajar. That's
a bit of a. I wouldn't say mismatch, but I would say that 2 rookies in the same team, you don't usually get that.
Well, you're going to get it now. You're going to get it now, so you're going to have a hot... Yeah. Because Tsunoda's not a rookie. Tsunoda's been there a couple of years now. But when...
The most common sense really is to have an experienced driver signed, which was what Tsunoda was there for. But people actually Red Bull going to take that seat. It's of course going to be Tsunoda.
So you're going to have 2 rookies now in the same team? You're going to have 2 rookies now. You're going to have Hajar.
It's going to be interesting.
Have Lawson. Hold on. You're going to have Hajar and you're going to have Lawson in the same team. So there's 2 rookies together, and then you're going to have Tsunoda, who's not a veteran, but he's an experienced F1 driver. He's going to be tagged up with Max Verstappen. It's going to be interesting how that's going to go. Maybe Tsunoda will adapt to the car where many have failed, where Gasly failed. Who else failed? It was Gasly. Who was the other one? Albon. So you got 2 drivers that failed there. Maybe Tsunoda, 3rd time lucky, will go to Red Bull. I don't think he actually failed. I was thinking of Checo. I thought Checo done all right in 2021 and 2022. I think he was there, a good teammate. He finished the constructors together. I thought it was good. It was only his last season where he kind of declined. Was that done on purpose? I don't know. Some people say it was done on purpose because he knew he was going. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with Tsunoda. He'll go to Red Bull. I don't like Red Bull, but I'm just saying it anyway because I've got to report it. So Tsunoda will go to Red Bull. We're going to see what the dynamics are like between the 2 teammates. We know how Max Verstappen rolls. He just says and says, I don't care who my teammate is, just keep up. We'll see. Maybe Tsunoda will out-qualify him. You never know. Because even look at if you look at Tsunoda's qualifying lately, I know it's only been 2 races and a sprint race. He's been all right, you know. He's been up there, Tsunoda. So we'll see what happens. So Tsunoda, I think it was last season as well when I was looking at drivers. I'm sure that Helmut Marko was saying that Tsunoda should go to the Red Bull, and they said no, we're going to have Lawson in there. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to be
they didn't really extend on that because now Yuki Tsunoda had his. He doesn't really have an image of really consistency or huge reliability in races. He's usually more of a nuisance. He's got that hot temper with him. I think that's why I didn't go with him the first time, because Red Bull are really clever about picking their drivers, because they don't think of the second driver to actually win a title. They just think of someone to go alongside Max. And they do it every time, and they do it really, really successfully. Like Perez, for an example, he had what first couple of races, maybe 2022, 2023, had his chance to win a title that year. Had a couple of races on top, winning, and then so far all that season, it was just Verstappen getting the priority. But yeah, they're not doing picking their drivers. That's what Tsunoda went in the first pick, in my opinion. He didn't really have the consistency or, cool head. He didn't really have that second driver mentality. He's more of like a charger, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I think them signing Tsunoda, of course, it'll take some time to get Tsunoda used to the car and all that. That's the car. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think, between Verstappen and Tsunoda. I don't really see Tsunoda as we see him like in the racing balls, how he's always, he's hot-headed to his engineer, and he's not really got them second driver type of vibes. He's always got one step
That's why I said it's going to be. That's why I said it's going to be interesting. So for people listening on the iTunes, and I haven't got an article up. This is from GP Blog. I don't really go on his website. I'm just putting it up because the title was interesting, and this is for people on audio. It says Marco admits that Max Verstappen is not happy with Red Bull's decision. So I'm not sure if this is true or not. I'm just putting it out there, quoting the website, GP Vlog. And they said that Max Verstappen's not happy with the decision. Well, when is Max Verstappen happy with anything, really? So he's a moaner. He's a whinger. We know that he's a whinger. He says, Helmut Marko has admitted that Max Verstappen is not happy with Red Bull's decision making after Liam Lawson was demoted back to Red Bull. That doesn't make sense, because why wouldn't he be happy? Why wouldn't he be happy? It's not like Liam Lawson was matching him for speed. It's not like Liam Lawson was finishing in the top 5, is it? So he should be happy. He should welcome the change, in my opinion. He should be happy
that he's still in the Formula One.
He should be happy that he's still in Formula One.
Of course, Liam Lawson, because it's good that he didn't get fired, like completely fired out.
What you're on about? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen said he's not happy, with the decision with swapping the drivers. Max Verstappen isn't, and I said Max Verstappen really he should be happy, and Max should be happy because you know why? Red Bull, have pulled the trigger early. They could have went on 6 or 7 races, and they could have get less points, then pull the trigger. It's only 2 races into the season, so I think Red Bull's done the right thing, in my opinion, because say they're going for another 6 races and Lawson's at the back, there goes the constructors, isn't it? Think about it.
I reckon another reason why he's not happy with it, because he hasn't really got a proper second driver now. Because Liam Lawson, of course, you don't know about constructors, getting points and getting them constructors winning it, because that's what Red Bull's aim is. So probably every team in, but at Red Bull, they probably know they haven't got a really good chance in the drivers. That's probably why they went on to Tsunoda, because Tsunoda will more likely bag more points. But my opinion is why Verstappen's not happy.
Maybe a give challenge.
Exactly that. Because I think that Liam Lawson this season wouldn't actually give Max a challenge. He weren't ready to go in that spot. You can see the confidence was low. He weren't really there. He was there, but he just didn't turn up. So he was always finishing at the bottom, and he's in a Red Bull. Like it could be 18th for 15 laps in a Red Bull. He should be picking them off one by one. There was one time where he started in the pit lane, 20th, and I think he finished 18th.
Yeah.
So
I'm
didn't really take the fight to Max. Really.
I'm gonna just read this out. What it says: Lawson's start to a life for the Austrian team was difficult. Qualifying P20 at both the Australian and Chinese Grand Prix. So look, he's getting P20s with a DNF in Melbourne and a P16 at Shanghai. All the New Zealander could muster. However, after just 13 Grand Prix in entire F1 calendar career, Red Bull Racing made a decision to replace the 23-year-old with Yuki Tsunoda, whom overlooked originally to give Lawson the seat, meaning he will join Max Verstappen while Lawson returns to RB. So it's a decision made by Marco and the team principal, Christian Horner, that has come under a lot of scrutiny, but has explained by the 81-year-old advisor, which is Helmut Marko. The decision stems from sporting necessity. I can't even say that. What am I saying? Necessity, while also acknowledging that it's far-reaching decisions not only for Lawson but also for the team and for Max Verstappen too. So that's the explanation. He was coming under pressure of Christian Horner. I remember watching the Sky Sports and Natalie Pinkman was just grilling him consistently. They said, and you can change your car. Why don't you change your car? Why does it always happen when people come in the car? This happens because Natalie. I don't think Natalie Pinkman's his best friend. But that's how it goes, man. In Formula One, it's not a popularity contest. It's, you know what I'm saying. It's not a popular. Let me just take mine off. It's why are you on that side? Anyway, it's not a popularity contest. It's a business. So if you do not perform on the big stage, you're gone. That's it. You're gone. And he didn't perform, and he's lucky he's still in Formula One, by the way. That's why he's lucky. Yeah. So there's they could have chucked him out and said, you know what, you're not good enough. Bring up the next one. I'm sure Magnussen would love to come back to Formula One. I'm sure Daniel Ricciardo would love to come back to Formula One. I'm sure all these drivers that are not there anymore, that are still in their prime, would love to come back to Formula One to be Max Verstappen's lackey. You get me? So he's lucky he's still in Formula One. So when it goes, now he's at RB, the camera's going to be on him. The pressure is going to, I think there's going to be more pressure on him now. I'm going to take that back because you know why? He failed at Red Bull and now he's going to another team, RB, which is under the Red Bull umbrella, hence the RB. The pressure is going to be on him now. So if he doesn't outperform his teammate, and he starts getting out of Q2, what do you think is going to happen, Tozo?
I think he's got the end until this of the season.
Okay. Or maybe the summer. If
he don't bag decent points,
like
his teammate could beat him, but if he bags points, I don't see why not. They won't keep him. But if you don't bag consistent points, that RB has got better over the season. So
he has, hasn't it?
They are expected, especially when the upgrades come in, they are expected to finish in that top 10 kind of range in that band. So yeah, he's got the end of 2025, in my opinion. And if you don't perform, I think that'll be the end of his Formula One career because what teams will actually take him? Like if you think about performance at Red Bull, he's not doing well, but he's got a chance to rebuild his career at the RB, the Racing Bulls, whatever it's called. I just call it RB, right?
Yeah.
At the RB team, he can rebuild, he can refresh, and just go over everything and try become better this season, and try to take it to his teammate. That's all he's got to do is take it to his teammate. But if he can't beat his teammate and can't back,
which is a rookie as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's even playing field now. It's even playing field. So the two rookies in the same team. So we're going to see what he's made of. People say, "Oh, he's cocky and all that." Yeah, whatever, man. Perform on the track, and I wanted to perform on the track. So I want to start seeing the new people come through the ranks in it. I don't want to see the same old drivers. I want to start seeing the new talent coming through. Just like it's beautiful watching Lando Norris become a man now. He's a proper man now. He's in Formula One. He's the leading pack. He's probably the favourite to win the title. And it's nice to see Oscar Piastri as well. Brilliant driver. Love the way he's come to Formula One. This is his third season or the second season in Formula One. and he's showing that his maturity is unmatched. That maturity is unmatched by Oscar Piastri. He's like a veteran driver. Nothing phases him. He never gets angry. He's cool under pressure. That's a sign of a good driver as well. So the battle between, it looks like it's going to be, I know we're only 2 races in, but it looks like the battle's going to be between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. So what's your thoughts on this before we wrap up this podcast?
What about Lando?
About Formula One, how you think it's going on?
I think overall, I think it's going quite well. I think McLaren's, of course, look the strongest out of the whole teams. They're looking really good. Of course, it's only the first 2 races, but you can see an overall that the McLaren is strong. They were strong in last season. Now they're strong this season. I think they're going to go on and win both titles, in my opinion. Of course, Ferrari has something to do with that. So I'll maybe go. I think the drivers may be going to McLaren, in my opinion. I think Lando might win his title this year. But I said that last year. And look how that turned out. No mistakes and all that. But Lando looks like he's more of a mature driver this season. Yeah. He's got better with strategy. You can see he's more faster. His reaction time got better, reacting quick to the strategy.
He starts a lot better.
He starts, he used to bottle it. We always talk about
Lando did,
He always bottled his starts at the beginning. But now he's actually improved that, and that's good to see. Driver improving. Especially it's one of our own as well.
Exactly.
McLaren looking good. I think Lewis had a little bit of a gremlin in the car, in my opinion.
I think so in the race.
He could have done better, considering he won the sprint, got
qualifying and race,
and won the sprint race as well, which is really good to see. I think Hamilton will do good things this season. Maybe not win the title.
I don't know. It's too early for that. It's 2 races.
Ferrari are going to do well as well. Red Bull, I think, are going to be more of a midfielder team. I think.
I don't know about maybe Max. I think Max Verstappen will be in the mix, though. I don't think Max.
I thought Max would be in the mix. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to win the title, but it's definitely out of the 2 McLarens so far. He's one of them, and he's just going to be a disruptor, a bit like Nigel Mansell back in the day, when Nigel Mansell used to disturb Senna and Frost. If you watch some documentaries on YouTube, shows you everything about the Formula One history, where he was the disruptor, Nigel Mansell. Very fast, and obviously for me, Nigel Mansell was better than Max Verstappen. He got robbed out of a couple of world titles because his tyre blew in the last lap. Is what it is. Everybody knows. If you go and watch the documentaries on Nigel Mansell, you see how really good he was. A very fast driver, very aggressive, very good, very fair. Anyway, so that's it, man. That's the end of the podcast. So for everybody listening on the iTunes and listening on the Spotify, please recommend this podcast to your friends and family. And for people on YouTube, remember to hit that subscribe and like the video. Very simple. Formula One. This is our weekly podcast we do on every Friday. So big up to the man them, big up to the woman them. Toto, anything you want to say to the masses on podcast as well?
I want to say keep an eye on my YouTube
channel. Audio. Yeah.
And of course, the audio podcast as well. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, So the audio podcast, guys, remember to recommend that to your friends as well. So see you later, guys. Big up to you. Big up to the man them. Big up to the woman them. Bye.